Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. As soon as we step out the cage, we raising all of the stakes. Make no mistake, either you stay in your place or we putting you on a plate. Look at our face, we put the fear in the dirt. We had to struggle for change, pick up the pace. We put in infinite work, that's why we stay getting paid. Y'all running late, we moving on to the next. You still been stuck in a phase, there's no debate. We draw the line in the sand, we say it straight to your face. They underrate, till we put the team on our back. We took the city to state, what it's gonna take. Another S on our chest, another beat in the grave. Nobody's safe.
Josie is no king.
Most weak. The era of the Masire running this city has come to an end.
Ooh, what makes a king of Joburg?
I was listening to this song by K.O., Son of a Gun, literally today. And he was saying, Bati Lana, if you snooze, you lose. Nyagaza san. That's basically it.
For me, the definition of a king of Joburg is a boss, someone with ambition, someone with goals, someone who strives to be the absolute best.
I can only talk about what makes Mukhumutsi Masire a king of Joburg. Above and beyond the bravado and the thing that is attached to gangsterism, he's actually a kind, soft-hearted, wonderful man who tries to do right by his family, who tries to do right by his fellow man, who tries to do right for his own country and his own people.
I think it's Dima. Just somebody that carries themselves a certain way, that walks a certain way. It's energy, ke magnet, so you're a king.
What makes a king of Joburg is guts, not being afraid to take risks, but more importantly is honor to family.
I think men try too hard to show the tough exterior, or we are portrayed to be tough, but it's a marshmallow, man. And at the core of it all, humanity is what prevails.
The king of Joburg is a person who's a hustler, who's always on the grind. If you do lose here, you will lose, you know what I mean? And so a king of Joburg is a person who's incorporated hustling, grinding as his daily bread, you know, and that's what makes him. Because everybody can be a king. There's not just one king in Joburg. Anybody can be a king. The hustlers, the grinders, the ones who have the vision and the passion are the kings, man.
Someone who's a leader, man. Someone who respects the community, takes care of the community, a family man. Someone like me.
This is not justice. This is revenge.
Access granted.
Digital rich. Digital rich. Digital.
Hey, that's a tricky question. Joburg man.
Sexy, edgy, global, vibrant.
Rugged, raw, truthful, honest, full of lies, corrupt, sensational, very talented. I think probably a combination of extremes.
So Joburg is very complicated as a character, right? Because Joburg has a lot of friends, but not all Joburg's friends mean well to Joburg, right? So Joburg ke khama. Joburg ke khama. So how you treat Joburg is how Joburg will treat you.
No diddy, too smooth, but I'm feeling so pretty. I'm loving around the world, still rep my city. I'm making waves on the internet. You think that you better? You say that you coming for me. Tell me why you ain't did it yet.
Jeez, Louise. Yo, you threw me in the deep end. I have to actually think about this one. Sorry, I'm thinking. As I'm speaking, I'm thinking. Well, Narnia.
I'd be the king and the queen of South for me, because that place is very difficult to govern. So that home, this country, I'd be the queen of that and the king of that, of South.
I don't know why I thought about that. Fantasy, magical. That's what I feel like I am. That's what I feel like I bring when I come up in front of people, you know? So
We made it rich on the internet. Stop capping. What you mean? We made it rich on the internet.
It's the possibilities of what the world has not seen about Africa. I think we are seen as some kind of a skunk of the world, third world and poverty, impoverished. But what we realize and what we know is that we are unique, we're different from anyone else in the world. If we are actually given a chance to show people what we're about, I think we can make the world stand up.
I think this is the mothership, you know? Everybody comes from Africa. This is where it all began. So at the end of the day, we must never forget. You have to go back to where you come from so you can know where you're going.
We started storytelling. Mankind started from Africa. Where did the stories start from? They came from here. I think we've got so many untold stories. We still have so many stories to tell.
So this is why people always come back to the drawing board. This is it. This is the storyboard, no? Yeah. This is the treatment, yeah. This is the proposal, yeah. This is the pitch. Africa is the pitch. Everywhere else is just the deliver. Yeah.
I just think we haven't had the opportunity to show that we're all alike. We all laugh, we all cry, we all have the same sensibilities. And I think it was just a matter of presenting the opportunities within a story and a level of execution that the world can see. Thank God for Netflix, because Netflix has made it appealing for people all over the world to watch different types of stories.
We have been telling stories through and through. We've been passing down knowledge through and through via the language. And that's why we're just so good at this. It comes natural. It's been here since the dawn of time. Africans can tell stories because we are telling each other stories. Inganegwane was our thing. You understand what I mean? Who's next to me now? Who's next to me now? Oh, okay. I feel a presence. Anyways, yeah. So that's why we're good storytellers. It's in our nature. It's always been. We are that, you know. We are storytellers.
We might be looking at the new king of Joburg.
You look good, brother.
Oh, thank you.
See you over the rags phase, put some meat on the bone.
I like to think it's Trevor Noah.
Well, I guess we have you to thank for that. On behalf of the Masire family, thank you.
That means absolutely everything to me. Obviously, losing my husband was hard. I didn't know how I was going to even go on without him. I was so used to doing everything, like literally everything with him.
Shona Ferguson was a godsend for me in particular. He set my career on a trajectory that keeps going up, you know? He saw something in me that most producers never saw or never gave me a chance to portray. He gave me a role called Diamond Mabuza on The Queen, which allowed me to portray a side to my artistry that people never really expected. And what that character has done, it's propelled me to a level that I never myself anticipated, and I keep going higher and higher because of the chance that he gave me.
Shona and I actually had finished season 2 about 2 months before he had passed, right? Yeah, and it was out of this world with him in it, obviously starring as the main character of the story. But then after he had passed, about a month or 2 later, I was called in by Netflix and by Sis Connie, who was a great support, great pillar of strength as well, because I was also in a place where I was confused because I was mentored by her. So I had to restart everything.
You know, so we were used to doing everything together. So just doing this, and I'm going to say on my own, although I wasn't alone, I had a great team behind me, was just strange without Sho. But the fact that we were able to do it, and not only do it, but do it well, means everything. And I'm sure that he is so proud. I know that we all are so proud, and we can't wait for everybody to see it.
He was a true giant. God took him away from us way too soon. But the power of positive thinking forces me to be positive every time I think about him. I can't wallow in the self-pity of having lost him. All I can do is try the best I can to honor and to serve his legacy.
You know, I keep saying that the standard was set so high on season 1 already. So when we came around this time, we all knew that first of all, it was a passion project from the beginning with Mr. Sho was still on. And then, unfortunately, he left us, and then we knew that we had to represent for the man, right? And so, but I think everybody's individual ambitions, also what he might have wanted for the show, we all knew that we needed to bring that extra bit, a little bit of ourselves, and that extra little bit of, you know, what it took to make season 1. And so, for me personally, it was a challenge in that, knowing that, look, I know that I set a certain bar in season 1. How do I top that? But with the energy that was always on set, it was almost as if we all knew what we were there to do.
The Masire still run the city. Make sure we remind everybody